If you hear these words, know this. It is no accident, but a response. Your soul has been awaiting this call. Before we step into the holiest of holies, you must make a choice. Your like is not mere approval. It is a declaration of your intent. Your subscription is an enlistment among those who relentlessly seek the truth, which they so diligently hide behind a colorful screen of news, is simple and, alas, terrible. This is not a fabricated conspiracy theory. It is a real conspiracy against your very consciousness. The great seer, whose name now echoes in halls of forgotten wisdom, foretold a time when the heavens themselves would weep. With tears of the sun, her words like the tiniest shards of a precious crystal scattered through the ages. But if you gather them together, a chilling picture unfolds before your eyes. She spoke of the Great Flash, an event destined to change everything. No, it is not the end of the world, not a sentence, but something far more elusive, and therefore incomparably deeper. It is what will pierce your souls, like a purifying flame. The connection between her prophetic visions and ancient manuscripts is undeniable. A recently discovered lost quatrain from the 11th century, verse 93, found deep within the Vatican archives, speaks of the celestial tear that will pour onto earth, washing the veil from your eyes. The ascetic hermit monk Kenshin, whose priceless scrolls were found among the ashes of a burned monastery on the sacred Mount Kurama, describes the lunar glow that will awaken those turned to stone, sleeping in eternal stupor. And if we combine the prophecies of Vanga with the ancient Mayan calculations pointing to cycles of completion and profound transformations, and add to them the Gnostic revelations about our world as a cunning illusion created by the demiurge, a truly astounding picture emerges. All these seemingly disparate teachings, in reality, speak of the same thing, merely clothing the same truth in different words. But what exactly are these mysterious tears of the sun, and what does the Great Flash signify? Understand, it is by no means the cosmic cataclysm one commonly imagines. It is not a meteorite falling from the sky, bringing ruin to all life. It is rather something else entirely. It is a grand activation. It is a universal reset. It is that very moment when the vibrations of the entire universe will reach such an unprecedented level that they will become clearly palpable to every single living being without exception. And these all-pervading vibrations, like the magical music of the spheres, will find resonance in the deepest core of your soul, harmonizing with its primal essence, that very inexplicable anxiety that overcomes you precisely at 3 a.m, and that strange feeling of alienation when you simply look at the faces of passers-by on the street. No, this is not ordinary depression. This is your soul desperately trying to break free, suffocating within this artificial matrix. These sensations are but echoes of a true, external reality, breaking through the dense walls of the illusion imposed upon us. And tears of the sun is what can shatter these barriers. They operate not with force, but with a gentle, penetrating light, not by instilling fear, but by revealing profound understanding. They strive to convince you of your own weakness, your insignificance. You're made to believe you are but a tiny grain of sand, lost in the endless, indifferent mechanism of existence. You are fed fear, sustained by chaos, enshrouded in impenetrable uncertainty. Wars, crises, pandemics, these are merely fleeting shadows, dancing on the cave wall where you, the unfortunate, reside. Shadows expertly crafted to divert your attention from true reality, from the power that lies hidden within you. But what if all these terrifying monsters are merely illusory shadows dancing on the walls of a familiar cave? What if the true tyrant, the one holding you captive, is staring back at you from your own reflection in the mirror? What if this prison isn't outside, but within the confines of your own thoughts? What if you, through your ignorance, your all-consuming fear, your blind acceptance of imposed false narratives, have erected the very walls of this stone dungeon yourself. This is not a punishment, but rather a grand, cosmic, surgical procedure. The universe itself does not seek to punish humanity. No, it selectively burns away the poison within it. That very poison of fear, ignorance, and blinding materialism that corrupts souls. It heals, much like a wise physician. And the tears of the sun, that is the life-giving healing light itself. This is an inevitable moment, when your fragile crown of glass, that capstone of your inflated ego, will shatter irrevocably, allowing your true self to break free. This is the time when the metallic veins of the soulless system, which has enshrouded you in its power, will finally lose their grip, for you will realize that their intimidating might is rooted solely in your own fear. Prophets, wise heralds of truth, did not see a single savior who would one day appear and deliver you from woes. No, they foresaw an entire army of awakened souls coming to change the world. They foresaw precisely you. You are not merely another part of an ancient prophecy. No, you are its living, breathing embodiment, its fulfillment. The Great Flash is not simply a vague warning of a coming deliverer. It is, rather, a kind of activation code, specifically embedded for the savior residing within each of you, the viewers. This is the very key that will unlock the hidden door to your own, previously concealed divine abilities. This is the pivotal moment when you will forever cease to be a will-less puppet in someone else's tangled game, and finally become the true architect of your own unique reality. The time will come when you will truly understand that the world around you is not at all what your eyes can see, but rather what your heart and soul can feel. That all the matter we perceive is merely solidified, crystallized energy, while your consciousness, conversely, is the primary, omnipotent force that ultimately shapes all that exists. Tears of the sun is not some distant, abstract event that will happen somewhere out there in the vast expanses of space. This event will occur not externally, but deep within you. The moment will arrive when you clearly see that all boundaries, once seeming insurmountable, boundaries of nations, beliefs, races, are but an illusion, a delicate weave of fiction. You will realize your deepest, unbreakable connection with everyone, not only with those like yourself, but with all that exists, with the breathing earth, with the blazing sun, with the distant, shimmering stars. Then light will pour upon you, not the kind that burns and destroys, but the kind that penetrates to the very essence, to the very soul. It is not meant to annihilate, but to transform, to open new facets of being. This light will mercilessly expose any falsehood, stripping away the veil of artfully woven deception, revealing the true state of affairs, that simple and profound truth which has always been hidden. And it is in this absolute nakedness, in this astounding transparency, that you will find true freedom. Freedom from oppressive fear, freedom from tormenting doubt, freedom from the tenacious chains of illusion that have so long bound your spirit. Each of you, without exception, is a tiny but radiant spark of the divine essence. And the Great Flash is that destined moment when these scattered sparks will merge into one, igniting a single, all-consuming flame. A flame of comprehensive transformation, a flame of almighty creation, a flame of a new ascending era, an era of awakened consciousness, an era of universal love, eras of true, unshakable freedom. And this is not just a period at the end of a sentence, it is merely the beginning, the dawn of your astonishing journey, the path of a true architect of reality. Now, with your eyes finally opened, with the true tapestry of the world unveiled before you, inaction becomes unthinkable. Your like is a brilliant flash of light, instantly illuminating the vast expanse of the network, and your share is nothing less than a precious seed, carefully sown into the fertile soil of dormant minds. Your subscription, however, is a silent yet firm oath, a promise to continue the journey. Should you feel the strength and readiness within for more, for true accomplishments, then our secret inner circle is your steadfast operational base, your headquarters. And your generous support through super thanks is the very energy, the vital force, nourishing our shared flame in the relentless battle against the slowly but surely encroaching darkness. Until our next meeting, dear friends, keep your minds clear, stay connected, and never, not for a single moment, stop asking questions, for it is within them that the key to truth lies.